Hey you guys, it's me, DeJa Skye from Rupauls Drag Race Season 14 and All-Star Season 10, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. That is my channel. Oh my god, you guys, aren't you glad to see?
No, sorry. Next.
You guys, All-Stars 11 is upon us. That means we are getting into some iconic mugs. Now, for Season 18, I literally just did 2, but on All-Stars, baby, there is a lot to choose from. I like to not just do normal pretty mugs, because I already have one of those. So I want to do like unique mugs, and the girl we are doing is a very unique mug. Now, all tea, this has been a request for a very long time, but I heard through the grapevine that this person might be on All Stars 11, so I was like, I'm gonna wait, and now we can do it, you guys. Okay, so before we get started, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, baby. It helps. Thank y'all for the support and the love, and let's get into the mug, honey. Okay, so the diva I have chosen to do, actually, technically, I have chosen to do this, and everyone on my YouTube algorithm has chosen me because this is literally the #1 requested diva from the orange bracket, and we are doing Dawn. Yes, bitch. She has such a distinct mug. You know it's her. She does not fray from what she looks like and knows her brand, so we are gonna get into that. We are gonna go for her promo look just because it's orange, it's cool, it's unique. I didn't want to do like just a normal skin tone, so we are going to get into Miss Dawn. What, isn't it like the reigning of dawn, the dawn of justice, the dawning? Okay, so we're gonna do orange, baby. Yes, ma'am. So for the orange, because I watched her tutorial, or one of her tutorials, and so because I just wanted to learn how she kind of did everything, because her makeup is so big. Of course, I brought new products out, and that's not, it was already open. I was trying to open the back. So we are gonna use this cream. Also, I have Sunset makeup. This is what I used for my Irene, doing Crazy Mug Girls, my alien. I also have this from Sunset, but this is not super full coverage, so we're gonna make it work. So I know that she does her nose first, so I guess we'll just use the foundation first. I feel like I'm gonna be doing this wrong. No, I don't want it dark. I want the lightness, so we're gonna go in with this cream. I already know the coverage is not gonna be the tea, sister. So you guys, I'm so excited. Now, I was very honored to be on the first bracket system, which is All Stars 10, and All Stars 10 is a pretty sickening season, the first half, and I am so happy to be on the first half of All Stars 10. And I will say, the thing about the orange bracket is, orange bracket was the bracket that people were just not very excited about on our original season. I think they were very excited about pink and purple bracket, and we were kind of just like, and orange is there too. But baby, we started off right, honey. Okay, the coverage is not sickening, you guys. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Sunset. Girl, this is why I don't. Oh, I like trying new products, but then stuff like this happens. Y'all, hello? Okay, well, we're just gonna open it up. Ew! We're off to a great start, you guys. Oh, mama, this is like orange. Yes, honey, I live. Honey, I live! So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take some Krylon, and we are going to basically use this as a primer, because her makeup is very big, girl. And then here too, why not? I hope this makeup comes out cute. Her makeup is freaking sickening, so I hope this turns out fierce. What part of the beauty blender? I guess this one. Okay. Hey. Now, full tea, I'm very excited for the orange bracket. This time around, it's actually the bracket I'm most excited for, honestly. Season 16 was the last mainstay season that I watched almost in its full entirety. I mean, the cast dynamic was just so good. And I know that Dawn paints like a fairy, but to me, she gives troll. And I mean that in her attitude. Like, Dawn is a troll. Girl, when she made Plain Jane mad, that was hilarious to me. And I love my sister Plain, but I know she was triggered. She's like, you are utter garbage. I was like, girl, so fucking funny to me. I think that was the last season where like everyone was okay being like shady. Cause obviously season 14 was, you know, best friends race. And then season 15 was shade, shade, shade. So then season 16 just added to the flame. And then I think with season 17 and season 18, you know, right back to best friends race, which is cute. I mean, work. Everyone's got their something. Girl. So we are gonna go into some eyeshadow because her eye makeup is like burgundy, pinky red. So we're gonna do the Norvina. Girl, look how dirty this palette is. Oh my God. We're gonna keep it in this realm, the pink, the orange, and the burgundy. And then we're obviously gonna add black. She adds a lot of black. So hopefully this turns out fierce-alicious. And if not, I'm blaming her. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're just gonna dive in to the fuchsia. Okay, I gotta get this right because her makeup is very round. I believe this is the fuchsia that I used for season 14 promo. I think I'm using the wrong brush for this. I think I'm using too big of a brush, but I like to blend as I go. And then her makeup, which, oh girl, I do not like this on me. She like takes it down. And honestly, with Dawn's makeup, I'm excited because I feel like you can't really like go too big. She's a clown. Well, no, she's a fairy. A fairy clown. And then, I mean, girl, go for it. It'll turn out fine. That's my philosophy. She goes full Trixie Mattel under here, honey. God, I hope I did this right. I feel like I didn't do that right. I feel like this is where I fucked up, you guys. Because I think her makeup just stops there, and this is like all nose contour. See, look at me being too ambitious. This is why we have cream down. That way we can fix our mess ups. Okay, we are just gonna stick to the same brush and we are gonna slowly blend this out with some of that pink and orange together. And I'm a tap blender. You guys know that. Look at that blend already. Mama, am I the best makeup artist that has ever lived? Oh my God, probably not. But Dawn is really fierce with mug. Dawn is really fierce with mug. So now we are gonna take a smaller fluffy brush. Yeah, we're gonna dive into the black and we are just going to start really defining the crease action where you put the burgundy, put the black a little bit lower. And then with this, I do like circular motions. And then I go back in with that brush. Just feather out the edges. We're on the edge of dawn. I want to know, comment below, do you think that like big drag makeup is a lot harder than quote unquote pretty fishy makeup? I want to know. Because there's a lot of things. Like I feel like there's a lot of crossover when it comes to like girls that are like, well, you just put it on because you have to. Right? Like, you couldn't do what I do. And I'm like, well, yeah, you have to be naturally pretty. You have to be, like, naturally gorgeous to do what you do. Or doctor given to do what you do. Okay, I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna give a little bit of that for the under eye. And then take that pink one. That might be a little too... You know what? No. It's proportioned to my face. We have two different faces. She has a little tiny elf face. I have a freaking Shrek face. Shrek. Love it. And just taking a little more of the pink and orange, and I'm really gonna, even though I'm gonna put a brow on, I still like to blend. I like to blend as I go, y'all. And I love keeping everything still wet because I can literally just take my sponge and foundation and then just melt them together. Oh mama, we are doing the Dawnification of Dawnifications. Okay, I think that is almost it. I'm gonna do the other eye of camera and then we are gonna go on to the face. Okay, so this is what we're giving so far. I feel like I'm like in the realm of where it should be. So let's contour this nose. I know she does her nose contour before she does the rest of her face just to like ground everything. So we're gonna take this curved case by Made by Mitchell, or we're gonna take like this darker orange, and she whittles it down right in the middle. So she goes from like larger to thinner. I'm gonna blend it out slightly. Now we are going to take the lightest orange in here and we are going to do straight across the line. And in the photo it looks white, but I'm pretty sure it's just the light orange. So let's hope and pray that we can get full Dawn. I think it's supposed to make it look lifted. And then we are gonna take some of the light orange and we're gonna add this to the sides so we can blend and sculpt the schnoz. This orange is perfect. I actually think I might use her for contouring and blush because it's like more red orange. I mean, she's a nose, honey. And then we are gonna take the same dark orange and then she does a little bit of orange to cut this down. And then she adds like dots and stuff later. I'm almost certain that I just killed that. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do some orange foundation. So I think I'm gonna take my Krylon. I'm gonna use this for my beard area. I always find that it always does that. And this is what I do even for like, oh, not my Van Gogh phase again. This is what I do even for my normal foundation. I always lay down a pan stick for the coverage and then I'll do a liquid on top. But that liquid is playing with me, mama, because how are you gonna not pump out in your pump? Vanderpump. Oh my God, did you see? Oh my God, speaking of orange bracket, Morphine and I, did you guys see that we were on Vanderpump Villa? Did you watch it? Were you gooped? Were you gagged? Let me tell you, Vanderpump Villa, bitch, I got more screen time than on any season of Drag Race I've ever been on. Mama! And that's no shade, that's just truth. Vanderpump Villa was such a fun experience because we're just used to competition shows. So going on a show where literally it's have fun, be excited, be merry. I was like, girl, this is tea, baby. I need you out. Mother darling, let me do this. In this episode of Get Into This Mug, my foundation wants to play games. Speaking of games, we're on All Stars 11. Were you guys kind of gagged that they kept the same everything as All Stars 10? I wasn't like super gagged, but I was wondering why they didn't give us our racer costumes. I was like, what are you guys gonna do with the racer costumes? They're ours, right? And it made sense. They were gonna recycle them for the next season. Baby, we can't be playing in this economy, honey. I think I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not good. Girl, full mustache. Mama, isn't orange supposed to cancel? Everything they tell you in the makeup world is a myth. Girl, look at that mustache. Girl, over this. And then the very perimeter. We still gotta do brows, but I still need orange up here, baby. Girl, yes ma'am. But this mustache, honey. Oh my God, y'all are fucking with me. And sunset makeup. Good thing it wasn't too expensive. Actually, I feel like it kind of might have been a pretty penny for this. So let's take the light orange. Please save me. Please save me. Y'all, whenever I do a colorful makeup, the ones that I used to use back in the day was like Ben Nye, and I would mix it with like thick clown white, and it would, oh, okay, yeah, it's helping. And it would make this like consistency that was like full coverage. Oh, thank God. Full coverage, but it would also be like pretty. And I stopped doing it because it just like never looked right, especially at shows, like live shows. Girl, I commend a girl like Dawn who like never does natural skin tone, or Lucky. I commend those hoes, but girl, get real close sometimes and you'll see what I'm talking about like, oh, what was that? Thank God this is not in person. Cause mama, it's just not gripping on the mustache. I guess I'm just gonna reapply a little bit more. It's like right here. I think I'm just gonna dab it with my hand and not touch it for a second. Now we are gonna take my pan stick again. This is what we're gonna use to highlight, because she uses like a skin tone, well not, I guess skin tone to highlight. Let me add a little bit on the mustache and then a little on the chin and then center. So who else are you guys excited for on the orange bracket? And comment below, what bracket are you very excited to see, honey? This season is like cool because you have like a couple of wild cards that like, you're like, wait. Like, I'm very excited to see Hershey, very excited to see Joey J. Like, I love seeing early outs, you guys. And I love seeing like some of our favorite queens back. But to me, seeing an early out is always so exciting because when you leave Drag Race and you're eliminated, I got eliminated early on All Stars 10, and I got eliminated really late, right before the finale. Thanks, Ru, for my original season. And like, anytime you can get a chance to like come back, I always say, take it, girl. I always say, if Ru calls, why not take an opportunity? Especially if you're an early out. They're clearly calling you because they're interested. They're not calling you out of pity. And if you have something to show, you know, get back on the TV screen, get some more cuentadas. Because, girl, this echocosm of Drag Race, it won't last forever. It will burst. And that's what I think about fans. Y'all, guess I can't really consider the ones who complain fans. I get it. I kind of posted about this on TikTok, and like I saw some valid points on it, you know. Some people were like, you know, we're just concerned and blah blah blah. And I was like, with the amount of queer programs, which is none, the fact that they complain about everything rather than just uplifting. And I always say this. I always say, girl, you're taking someone's special day and you're making it about you because you don't like this or you don't like that. It's like, girl, I can almost guarantee you, if you stop watching, no one's gonna care, okay? Because if you stop watching, then you'll stop complaining. I love the fan base, but it's the toxic fan base, the fan base that wants to just literally complain about anything and everything just cause. Oh, and yes, we would not be the show we are without you. However, you are not the end all of a show. And I feel like a lot of these fans are very entitled. A lot of these fans are, why'd you sign up for TV? You knew this was gonna happen. I wanna see you on any type of television show. I guarantee you'd be crazy, okay? Just because you have an opinion and just because you watch a show and you're a fan of the show doesn't give you entitlement to be rude, angry, bitter, or crazy, like send death threats. Some of y'all need to find Jesus. And I don't even believe in him, but find him, okay? Okay, let's contour and blush out. We're gonna use the Made by Mitchell and take into that hot orange. And her contour, she like does minimal face work. I've noticed with a lot of girls that do really heavy eyes or really big makeup, they kind of just like very minimally do their face, which I love. I love a dramatic eye, and with my face, I mean, kind of right now I'm in the phase of like the in-between where like I want to do carving and all that stuff, but I also want to be soft because like I just like my face. I feel like I have a good face for drag. Not out of drag. I know I'm a fucking. I look like freaking Shrek. Out of drag, but in drag, I feel like I don't need all the bells and whistles as long as I have a sickening eye. Because when people compliment your makeup, usually they're complimenting your like eye makeup. I always, and this goes for anyone, if you've ever met me and you have good skin, I guarantee you I have complimented your skin. What is it, you cunt face? Where's that from, you guys? What is it, you cunt face? Comment below, what iconic movie is that from? And if you get it right, I will give you a like. You're like, yeah, that's how it usually works, bitch. Girl, oh my God. All I'm saying is thank God. If y'all saw this in person and up close, the best part about YouTube is y'all just see me from a distance, honey. Hey, YouTube fam. I do think that I took my eye a little too down. I think hers more there, but like I said, we just have two different faces, and so I just proportioned it to my face. That cheek is pretty though. Look at that cheek. Oh my God. Not every makeup is for you, and whatever they put in this is caca. Fuchi caca. That's what they put in this, because mama, I would not step foot out this. Now, I can make a lot of things work, but if a foundation is not sticking to your face, not much you can do besides wipe it off. Oh my God, core memory. I remember, for some reason, anything MAC liquid, it doesn't work for my face. It peels right off. And so my friend works at MAC, and this was early years in drag. This was like maybe a year into drag, maybe even less than that. And they were working at a MAC counter, and they were like, come in to the MAC counter and get your makeup done. I was like, okay, fabulous, cool. I go in, and he gives me samples, because when you go in to get your makeup done, you get like samples and stuff. So I got like I think it was the Studio Fluid, and I did my makeup normal, but I put that on. The entire time I was doing it, it was like kind of lifting. It was kind of doing that. I did primer, I did everything, and it wouldn't stay on my face. And I remember I had a show that night, and I was with my drag mother, and my drag mother was at the same show. And I was like, I can't go out like this. And she was like, the show must go on. So I get to the freaking venue, and that same makeup artist from MAC, she got like the Studio Big Concealer. That's what she used to fix my face, but it would not stick to my mustache area, and it would peel, and I'm like, I feel so disgusting. And that's the thing about drag is you want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel gorgeous and pussy, you know, or at least I do. Like, I want to feel good about myself, and especially someone like me who like the mug is so important, and the mug is the first part of the gig. You know, that's the one thing you spend hours on, and that's the one thing that you want people to compliment when you don't feel right and your mug is falling off, girl. I mean, obviously back then I wasn't a mug girl. Hello, I was barely starting out, but I was still like, oh my God. I want to do the brows before I set this, but I need to set this now because I feel like it's just gonna get worse and worse if I don't set it. And I am just gonna pound it with powder. I feel like I needed to do that before I did anything else. If you just let it sit on your face, especially if it's like a liquid or cream, set that bitch with powder to at least like solidify. Oh my God. We may. Oh. You know what? You are here for this. This is the point of the journey, right, you guys? You guys learn sunset makeup is not the one. See, this is why we do makeup content, because girl, when I tell you full beard, let's work on some brows. So she just does a really thin, rounded brow. I do not like a thin brow on me. It looks great on her, but I feel like for me, thin brows, in my opinion, just make you look older. She's a young spring chicken elf, so she'll never look old. I'm trying to think, should I do it with pencil? I feel like a pencil is probably the best bet. Then I think that's even too low. This is going to be a DeJa Dawn face, because Dawns are like way up here. These are so uneven. I felt extremely confident at the beginning of this. Not anymore, honey. That's okay. The show, like my drag mother said, the show must go on. The show must go Dawn. Write that down. Dawn, put that on t-shirt. Put that on t-shirt. We are going to carve and whiten the bottom of the brow. The best part about doing these makeups is trying new products. The worst part about doing these makeups is trying new products. She has like a lot of white. God. And I feel like brows are the one thing that kind of like make or break a character. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I always hear in the comments that like, I always make it my own, but still the essence of them. And then there are still people in the comments that say stuff like, oh, their brow is not exact. And I'm like, well, I'm not them. Okay. I'm not a replicator. A replicator? A replica. And then we're gonna set that bitch with some white. Bright matte. Beauty Bay. Beauty Bay. Listen to me, hear me, because I have been promoting you for years, and the fact that you reopened and you're not shipping to US, homophobic. And baby, I have messaged, and I have commented, I have DM'd, I have done all that. When are you gonna ship to US? You're shipping to everywhere but US. That's crazy, girl. Like, and you got all these sickening sales, 60% off, buy this, buy that. Girl, you are so rude. Now, I don't know the logistics. Maybe this is just because I'm in the US and the US is a fucked up place right now. But Beauty Bay, please. Because my favorite palette, obviously the Ellis Atlantis palette. And my favorite palettes used to be the Anastasia. But the Anastasia, the Norvina palettes, they kind of like go bad. And so the Ellis is like my go-to right now. But the freaking Beauty Bay has lasted forever, honey. Okay, so those are the brows that we're giving. Oh, I do not like this. This is how I felt with doing the Bosco makeup, where I was like, girl, what are you doing? Where did I go wrong? Well, I went wrong once I trusted that freaking foundation. That's why I went wrong. Okay, so before we move on to finish the eye, I have to tackle and I have to correct this complexion. So I'm gonna take this Ellis Atlantis blush palette. It is the Solar Flare palette. It has 3 different oranges, okay? I'm gonna try to rectify this face. I'm gonna use this for my highlighted areas, this for my complexion, and this for my blush. So I like to start with the blush area first. So I'm gonna take, it's called Scorched. This is what I am going to enhance. Oh, mama. She keeps her blush centralized in the back. She doesn't bring it up, so. Mama, this is garbage.
Mama, this is garbage. Oh. Right here.
Okay, so let's talk more about Dawn. Sorry, y'all. I am just like so irritated with this makeup. So obviously her most memorable moment, in my opinion, was during Body. I feel like that's her most, I guess, iconic. She had quite a few memorable moments. I think her like fashions were very memorable, but it was that for me. Let's take Heat. Oh my God, please. Ooh, it also makes it very orange. Blend Bunny coming in for the win, honey. I am going to take this like salmony flare color, and that's what I'm gonna enhance my highlights with, so it all looks orangey. Oh, wait. It got rid of that like white, but also I think it kind of like ruined the brightness of it. Gosh dang it. At least the complexion. At least. So we can tackle the eye makeup. So we're gonna fill all this in. We are gonna use the KVD, the Super Pomade in white, and we are gonna carve all of this and all of that in white. There's a lot of white, honey. Like I said, she used a lot of white and it goes up, but we got a proportion to what we laid down. The one thing about this pomade, I love it. It dries down really sickening, but you have to clean your brush right after. Or if it stays in that. I know back in the day, y'all, didn't you guys used to do this where like literally one brush was for black eyeshadow. One brush was for white eyeshadow. Then one brush was for blue eyeshadow. I did that. Disgusting, I know. I know. I think she just like takes this down. The only thing is I feel like I need more white because she does a big wing liner. So we gotta fill all this in. Fill all of this in, honey. Girl, comment below also, you guys, who would you love to see on All Stars 12? And also too, would you like to see the bracket format again for All Stars 12, or what format would you love to see? I like the bracket format just because it really gives the girls a lot of visibility. And like, it's, let's say the girls that normally wouldn't get a call, it's rare. If they're doing a normal season of All Stars, it's rare that they're gonna call like a really early out girl. So that's why I love when they do like the bracket system, because you have 18 girls, and you know, girls like Hershey Liqueur, girls like Lucky, you know, that maybe didn't have like a fair shake on their season, they get a chance to come back and strut their stuff. So I personally love the bracket format, but what format would y'all love to see? And who would you love to see come back for All Stars? Honestly, the queens that I want back, off the top of my head, there's like 3 queens that I want back so bad, and that's Laganja Stranja. Hey sis. Jaden Dior Fierce from season 7. And you know who I would love to have back, and I feel like she would literally slay the children? Mercedes Amon Diamond from season 11. I worked with her last year in Minneapolis. When I tell you I fell in love with her, and she's so much more confident now, like, I think she would devour. I think she would eat, I think she would slay. But I am ready to see my sister, Miss Mercedes, Jaden, and Laganja. I want them on. I don't care what it takes. Put them on, RuPaul. Anyone watching? I don't think anyone from World of Wonder watched my channel. And that's fine. I mean, I don't really say anything incriminating, but do I? Do I spill tea on this channel? I mean, I'm no mistress who was a smart cookie. She puts all the tea behind a paywall. I see what you're doing, sis. I feel like we are missing some of the maroons and pinks, so I am gonna add that back in. And of course, I just ruined that white shadow that we put down. Ugh. You know how it's like a makeup artist, a drag queen, anyone that wears makeup, you have like muscle memory to what you do, right? So like my eyeshadows, I love blending my shadow, and I don't like a lot of separation. I don't like a lot of white there. It's just muscle memory to bring my brow really down. You guys, I just don't feel good with this makeup anymore. I just don't. Let me add some more white. We're gonna do some gel liner. We're gonna do the big. We gotta do the blick. It's the Anastasia Jit. Okay, we're just doing a normal big oversized wing. That's why I didn't put no white down there. You know what? We're just gonna take our finger and then set it and forget it with some black shader. I don't think that's giving the shape that she gives. I don't want to say I failed, but I don't think I succeeded. I like to just finesse and clean up my lines with some liquid liner. On my channel, you guys know I am an Epic Ink liner enthusiast by NYX. That's my go-to. But I have been feeling lately like the applicator has been fucking up. It's been drying out very fast. And so I got into the Wet n Wild, and it's $5. I get these at Five Below. Love Five Below. It's so sickening. It literally is jet black, and it's half the price. So we're just gonna follow the bottom like that. Gorge. Oh, she's coming together. She is coming out. Okay, you guys, this is where we're at right now. You guys, we are almost done. Actually, like, I feel like this makeup didn't have a ton of steps. I'm becoming happy with it. Let's tackle the lips, because all we have left is just some dots and Dawn-isms. But let's put on the lips because we have to add that on our lips as well. I think in this picture she's using black, so I think we're gonna dive in and we're gonna use black. She definitely has a distinct shape with her lip. Her lip goes up in the corner. Then down, and then she fills all this in with black. I think that's as much as she... It looks like a mustache! A girl, a full Don Quixote. That's not his name. Don Quixote. That's probably not his name either. Girl, can I also acknowledge, oh my god, I had dying to say this. I completely forgot about it until I did this. Someone in the comments of my YouTube section, and usually my YouTube channel, my community for the most part is very positive. You know what someone in the comment section said? They said, hey, God, I miss how you used to do your makeup on like season 14. I liked it so much better. And I was like, you know, whenever I see some sort of comment that tells me what to do, I always go, well, you are the expert. That's how I always acknowledge anyone. That's how I do it, because they get mad. The trolls get mad. And they were like, well, I don't know. I just feel like now you just try too hard. You want makeup to be effortless? What's crazy to me is I don't try really hard on my makeup. It just looks that way. So in reality, you gave me a compliment. In reality, you technically said that I was sickening. You just tried too hard. Actually, no. I usually do my makeup in like 45 minutes, so thanks, Tootsie. And then she draws her bottom lip low. Like really low on the inside, but then takes it normal. And she fills all this in. That looks sickening though. That looks pretty fucking fierce. I feel like her and Crystal kind of have similar, not similar drag, but similar approaches to drag. Because Crystal's not an elf. Crystal's just a creature. That's sickening. Look how cute. That's adorable. Oh. I'll say the one thing about Dawn's makeup, for some reason she always forgets right here. Her lip is like, it kind of matches her eye. So we're gonna take this Maybelline, what color is this? Party Goer. We're gonna fill this in. I love these liquid lipsticks, mama. Maybelline did that, honey. And the top lip, the very top of the lip, I'm gonna go as close to the liner as possible. Because I want the black line to be thin. Her black line is really thin. I'm gonna take the same black liner brush that I was doing and just feather. Girl, this bracket is gonna be so sickening. I'm sorry, like, you have Morphine, you have Dawn, you have Messy Boots, then you have Morgan. Girl, this is gonna be a messy bracket. I'm so excited. So now we're gonna add the Dawn-ism. So this is just taking a white liner and just adding those touches of Dawn. She does one right in the middle. She does one middle here. Middle here, then her lip. Okay, this is not working. I think I need to set my lip because it's like applying and blending together. I don't like that. So I think I need to mattify my lip. I'm gonna press it with a shadow. Even though I fucking hate matte lips, especially with the shadow, my lips feel so disgusting. So I think I'm just gonna take whatever shadow we were using up there from the Norvina. Ugh. God. Matte looks so good on some girls, but I need at least a sun. And then same thing with the black shadow. Now let's try it again. These were cute. They worked out because it was matte. It was all powdered down. A dot here. So much better. And then she does like a big dot right at the bottom. And then a little teeny right at the tip of her nose. I love it. It's very anime in my opinion. And then we are gonna take some black liner and then she just does little tiny freckles. Not everywhere, but kind of everywhere. So cute. I think I went a little bit overboard with the freckles. I mean, she's a look though, look. Okay, you guys, I am gonna get in a full look and then I'll be right back for my full DeJa? Dune? I'll be back in a look. Yes, honey. Oh, I look so sickening. Oh my God, you guys, I have my little elf ears on. Well, you guys, this is my Dawn makeup. I'm like, her name is Dawn. So like, is it DeJa? But that's a mustard. Is it just Dawn Skye? I don't know. It's just D. Double D, baby, yes. But compliment the makeup. Oh, I did it. I was so worried about this makeup, you guys. The texture and everything, but honestly, it came out tea. Girls with big eye makeup, it reads from any freaking distance. Maybe not like really up close, but honestly, even up close, minus the texture of my skin, this is tea. Oh my goodness. You guys, I am so fucking excited for this orange bracket. So you guys, comment below, what queen from the orange bracket would you love for me to do next? So I'm thinking either Morphine or Lucky I want to do next. Lucky is going to be a struggle. I already know, so maybe I better be ready for that struggle. But this is the Dawnification of DeJa Skye, you guys. I really hope that you guys are so excited for a new Get Into This Mug season. Because baby, All Stars, we are doing the mugs, honey. But I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye. Mwah. Look, it doesn't even match. Look, baby. Love you.